Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege to invite Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, to introduce our esteemed guest of honor for this program.
Thank you so very much. Mr. President, and also now the Kasi Your Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Malavio, my dearest husband. Excellencies here present, honorable ministers, the UN coordinator, Ambassador Wu, and the Child Affairs of Irish Embassy, ministers of government, UNFPA director, my own dear brother Isaac, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, teachers, peoples, may begin them on a good afternoon. Mr. President, I'm here to introduce you. I don't know whether that's the job, but that's my new job. So allow me, sir, to introduce you. Just in case, if you know no matter be your face, make I introduce her to you. Right? Let me take this opportunity, first of all, to thank all our development partners for believing in the cause of His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Malavio. Mr. President, I want to, on behalf of not only the children, but the women of this nation, say thank you to you for allowing us women to understand that we can also be part of nation building. We want to thank you for giving us the space to breathe, because when a woman breathes, the oxygen that they inhale, what comes out of them is called productivity, and we make things happen. That is possible because we have a leadership in you that has empowered women of this nation to believe in themselves, including my very self here. I want to say thank you for understanding the plight of our children. You know, the girls of this nation are at a crossroad right now. Through you and with you, these girls are going to be not only women of substance, but they are going to be the change that we also desire in this country. And for that, I want to say thank you for the free quality education in making sure no one is left behind. To the boys, I am still your mommy, no vex. Now the girl killing, and they get trouble right now. So now they own trouble, now will resolve. And then they can't turn themselves on a young year, on a no vex. Me or now they get special arrangement. Boys don't get pregnant, girls do. The opportunity, I speak more of the girls and not the boys, because you boys are the one who actually pregnate the girls. So, yes, we had a contract, remember? No opinama, right? We all say closinama, right? Good. The boys, they don't left on our pockets then. Because when we say hands off our girls, you reply back and say hands off our pocket. Now, is your pockets empty? Because the last time I checked, you actually only have 10,000 leones. But since you say hands off our pocket, We hope your pocket is now empty and no hands is going into your pocket anymore. Because our girls have to be free. Our girls have to have the space. Our girls should be allowed to fly. Our girls should be allowed to breathe. I am a very, very honored woman. And I want to say thank you to every one of you. Thank you. Thank you for believing in His Excellency. If you did not vote for His Excellency, I wouldn't have been here as the First Lady of this nation. And the good thing about the president we have today, unfortunately for politicians, Madabio is not a politician. Madabio is a problem solver. He finds himself in politics. And now that we have him to solve our problems, we have to keep him until all our problems are solved. And then we can tell him, Mr. President, we are ready for you to go and relax. Because as women, we now know our way and we can stand up for ourselves, because this is the new revolution for women. This is the new revolution for you girls. You are now fighting for your own independence, and you have your champion in front of you, Madabio, who is saying, I will go one day, but when I go, the girls of this nation will be proud to say I served them. I want to say, Mr. President, I'm going to call you in a minute, but allow me to just outline some of your extraordinary qualities that I believe you yourself don't know the impact that you have on us in this country. Not every man wants to talk about menstruation. And you talk about menstruation so casually as if you know what menstruation is. Mr. President, menstruation mono. But because you feel our pain and you live through understanding what menstruation is. You know, I am not ashamed, even as old as I am. Sometimes I go to bed and I wake up in the morning, I sleep in a white bed sheet, and I wake up and the bed sheet is red. And Mother Bio will say, you don't color the bed today. And he will smile. And guess what he will do? He will help me remove the sheet. He will help me remove the sheet and put it away for it to be clean. That is a special man. When I'm on my menstruation and we go out, he becomes the one who is the guard for me. You know that thing where you know say something they happen, so anytime we eating up, you get for the look behind for check. You dey feel me, right? So when I grab anytime we acting up, na in yai at the look, the weekend to me, that means I'm cool. You know, that is how understanding this man is when it comes to menstruation. You know, Mr. President, thank you. You've been a wonderful, wonderful husband and a great, great father to this nation. So, he is the one who is going to launch this year's sanitary pad distribution. As you all know, previous years, we have to, Office of the First Lady, we have to go around running all over the place to do fundraising, to raise money, to be able to get the sanitary pad that we gave to you. And this time, His Excellency himself have opted to be the one to provide you with the sanitary pads. And the reason why, because he understands our pain. He believes that no girl should go through a stigma like this alone. Having your free sanitary pad is your right. And he is making that right a reality for you. He is the man who believes that every girl should be in school, remain in school, be empowered and enlightened, and give you the opportunity to be whoever you want to become in the future. It is really now up to you, because you have the education that he is providing through his government. He's giving you the enabling environment for you to be able to do what you need to do. You know, when I was going to school, I have no clue what school buses is. I know I'm waiting in a school bus or na trek with a trek for go school. And then this man come. Me not sabi waiting them call free education. This man come, they give una free education. They give una core textbooks. We teachers them. They buy the book and we rent them from them. And that's what we're going to do, because we still want pass the exam. Now, the fact that Mother Bio don't see the need for una and give una this opportunity, free quality education, books, in some places food, now transportation, paying daycare for you guys, paying worse for girls that are doing STEM subject, making sure he pays for you until you finish university. Girls, I have never seen children as lucky as you guys. And I want you to take this opportunity, embrace it, keep it, and use it. Use it to the best of your ability, and make sure you become the woman that you're supposed to be, so that Mother Bio will be proud of you tomorrow. He's not asking for payment. He's not asking for you to come and pay him back. What he wants from every child in this country is to make sure you succeed in life, just like his own children. You have the same education like his own children. You are empowered like his own children, so that there will be no difference between you and his own children. Make use of this opportunity. At this juncture, let me introduce and bring forward the greatest man on earth. Let her bring for una papa. The mommy in your sweetheart. Please put your hands together for retired Brigadier Julius Malawi.
Thank you very much. Let's sit down, please. Madam First Lady, Ministers of Government, Honorable Members of Parliament, the Resident Coordinator, United Nations in Sierra Leone, the Acting Mayor of our municipality, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, our development partners, ladies and gentlemen, the guys, we did? Yeah! So they make una dey feel cool also. I see some man they holding chest. Now all I'm about is to increase the pool. Next time when they bring me picking then I want to increase this year also. What of this we sabi, eh? And for me, I mean, they can't do this no. Because system like the people. But where are the boys?
Behind.
Why do you keep them outside? That is not fair. I'm going to start to advocate for the boys too. Hands off our boys. How can you talk about menstruation and leave the men outside? That's not fair. The campaign is not complete. Because they should be reasonable and accept that this is a natural occurrence and give it the space and support. Not so.
Yes.
But then you left them outside. Next time, Madam First Lady, our boys should be in here. You had, I remember that young man, the last time we were here from, where was or Prince of Wales? Yes. He's very knowledgeable about menstruation. And he lectures in menstruation more than anybody, a woman here can do. You heard him, not so?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to be here today to join our First Lady, our development partners, Leone, and all of you to commemorate this all-important International Menstrual Hygiene Day. Today is a day dedicated to menstrual hygiene. And that is why we are here. Why are we talking about it? When it's been a taboo for too long? Because we care about you. You are lucky. A new generation of women we are developing so that through skills we can allow you, nurture, provide a space so that you become the woman you want to be and not the woman that is directed by fate or the society around you. So this is an enterprise between you and us. We have to work together to make you great. This is an opportunity for me to reflect on our successes thus far and make firm commitments to this campaign that we started only a few years ago. Together, we made a commitment to continue to advocate and engage our communities on breaking the taboos and removing stigma and other negative cultural views on menstruation. The man that we know one year or talk about menstruation with the first then for me they see. Next thing say we bring one partner here. Not so? With the show at the city hall. Because it's happening every day. Why are we ashamed? We get for make then that shame they go away. Now make when they talk about it at this the city hall. The whole country they see we. Because waiting when they suffer in silence, we go for brand coming at the public so that everybody knows say, like how did they go to the toilet every day? One time or a few days in the month, when I get for go through this. Also, yes. If we not force them, then in silence we're not going to suffer. The parent they talk about them, the mamino they talk about them, you say we get them, you afraid for talk about them. That is not fair to you, and we want to provide a different environment. The First Lady has indicated that she has traveled extensively around this country. I'm talking to persons, all of you, schools, I have witnessed that, about periods and how we should not be ashamed of it. Are you ashamed of your periods? No. Never again, not so. Yes. You have been liberated, not so. Yes. Because of the power of information. Tell your dad, tell your mom, I'm seeing my period. Tell your friend, I'm seeing my period. So that they will give you the support and space necessary for you to go through that the few days.
Because they are natural, like all other body processes, they can be managed safely and hygienically. And that is what this is all about. How can we help you manage them safely and hygienically? Because when not properly managed, you can have infections that will affect your whole reproductive life forever. We don't want that for you. We have worked together to tackle the lack of hygiene products, to support young girls to manage their periods. Development partners and friends have helped provide welfare and hygiene kits for kids, particularly in senior secondary school. My government also made a pledge to include the provision of welfare kits as a budget item. We have seen that pledge through. We have also developed manuals for the distribution and use of those welfare kits. Teachers have been given orientation sessions on how to have conversations with girls and their period, around their periods, and the use of hygiene and welfare kits. The teacher did not begin to talk about them? No?
Yes.
Yes? That is good. We should no longer keep it in the dark. We should not be quiet about it. Because it is natural. It is not what you want. It is what the body wants at that point in time when you reach a particular age. It's a natural occurrence. So the teachers should be ready, male or female, to help and support you go through. Clearly, we need more action on menstrual health. We should intensify public conversation and education on menstrual hygiene at schools and at the community levels. The objective is to change misinformation and negative attitudes to periods. As previous speakers have indicated, fear, stigma, and shame associated with periods should not stop girls from going to school, from engaging in vocational education, or from engaging in sports and participating fully in public spaces and social activities. When I left for enjoy, notice so? Yes, we want for make when I enjoy. But not to have all kind of enjoyment at this time. Notice so? Yes, there's so much ahead of you. You have not started the world. You are preparing to get started with the world. Let nothing distract you now. If you are distracted now and you don't focus on what is important for you, you will not enjoy the world. You will not enjoy the world. Please, girls, you are our future. In doing what we are doing, we have been selfish also. Because our future lies in your hands. And we want a better future. That is why we want you to be better than we are today. The things we did not have are the things we are providing for you. I forgot to be better book past this one. If I be told I go school and free quality education. The me I be go work, I pay money, then my mama for pay. And you know why I believe in women? Because at the age 4, I lost my dad. And as I stand here, the most important people in my life are women. My mom, and my elder sister. They made it possible for me to be here. So women can be strong people. But we want you to be stronger, and that's why we are investing in you. That's why we are nurturing you. That's why we are talking to you. That's why we are mentoring you. Don't be distracted. May no man of fool at this age. There's so much ahead of you. You are going to be the doctors. Maybe the president one day. Oh, ready for vote for woman? Not ready for vote for woman? We dey empower una first, then we vote for the woman now, not so? For now, when I let me first make her day, not so? We are done, then we dey empower the woman from the car, not so? Me are not empower una tell you, then una can put me before me time they done. For us, it helps to look at menstrual hygiene as part of an effort to improve the health of girls and women within the overarching context of our Human Capital Development Program. My government is eager to work with development partners to continue making hygiene kits available for free to schools and affordable to women. Safe and hygienic use and disposal of these products should also be connected to water, sanitation, and hygiene, especially in girls' schools. We are also eager to work with the development partners to provide safe and exclusive wash facilities at schools that we serve girls, so that they are assured that even away from home, they can take care of themselves. We want to make sure, say, when I go get special place there, we will not go, we don't know more the girls there, we will not need for change, we will not need for cleaning ourselves up. That is important, and it must be done. But we also think that safe and hygienic menstruation helps enhance the social confidence of young girls. A few years ago, if I've been talking about menstruation, I have some man in booty, it's not so. Yes. Now when they watch me on the face, when they talk, not so. Yes. Because the First Lady don't break the ice on this. And we'll get to continue until when our parents themselves understand the need to engage you even before you start. That way you are not surprised like the Daniela that was referred to by the resident coordinator. We should prepare you because it's going to happen anyway. We should be worried if it doesn't happen. Also, maybe you're not going to happen. And nobody don't forget better than that. No, so? Now, certificate that I want for making an agreement. Now, contract, the one where the First Lady don't sign with you now. Me just want to be proud at the end. I want to promote women, but then they must be empowered. They must have the requisite training, education. Then when I would team up any side with when I'm male counterparts then, and when I get, because women are women of substance, and we go get for choose among women. So don't make the mistake. All of this is part of the process. It's a gradual revolution, but at the end of the day, you are going to be great people. And I want you to be great people. At the national level, we are continuing to remove barriers to the education of girls, and we have made remarkable progress over the last few years. We have achieved gender parity through free access to free quality education. More girls are enrolled in, stay in school, attempt and pass examinations at all levels. Me na one with the boast about now. Any side, I say me get up to kill the woman and say they not for go school. They pass exam or pass the boys then. You can do it. You only need that space. And I got to tell the First Lady, make we get space who side, any side you did in the country. Where you want to talk that thing, where you daddy know they allow you for talk. Where you mama know they allow you for talk. Where no big woman know they, where you get access to. For me to talk to some of the leading women then in this country. Now, two they go away when I sit down. They talk to una. So now we get role models then. You can be the judges, and you are going to be the judges, the doctors, the ministers.
Yes.
We're not going to go pull other person other side. Now una get for day na ya. We dey prepare una how for claim this step for get na ya. All this talk, all this gather hold together. So all these people are here to support and nurture and to make sure that you will be useful leaders. And what is interesting, you are going to be leading a world that is different from ours, a digital world, the fourth industrial revolution. The sort of machines that will be used today are totally different from what we've been using. And the economy and other things are going to be done differently. Artificial intelligence. So you need people to engage you. We don't want to miss you to miss the opportunities that lie ahead of you. So we are preparing you academically, and also them pep talks here will be talk. Na for una. Don't discard them. You can be great people. Women have led, and women can lead. But we need to prepare the women of the future, and those women lie in you all. You are going to be the future leaders. So take seriously what we are doing for you. We have lifted the ban on pregnant girls in school. Why? Not for men who have become pregnant and go to school. But we not face the stigma and the victimization we don't take place for be repeated. No girl we dey go school, no forget it. Try by all means, don't do it. But we not pauper. If you get better self, they make you go school. Yeah. No excuse. As you go here in the beginning, when I feel go school, when they come back, you go there at school. You must pauper and have book. Maybe from now on, for me myself. Because I don't want that doctor where they go for me kidney, he pull me liver. So we want you to be better educated. Why have we lifted? We believe that poor girls, pregnant girls, those in the rural areas living with disability should not be excluded from school. So we made this, when we talk about radical inclusion, it's not just about pregnant girls. It's also about those who are handicapped, those who live in places that are far from the city. We want to make sure that they all have the same facilities for education like you people do in the cities. We have introduced, as has been alluded to already here, comprehensive sexuality education in schools so that girls can learn about and know their bodies. We are therefore understand your own body properly, because our body they're different from the boy picking them, and how for take care of that body, what you for do and what you not for do. If you do the wrong thing if you do anything at the wrong time, it affects you for the rest of your life. Now that's the problem. And that make girl beginning, we not need special, we not need a special class, we need special protection and guidance. That is why we come here. Although I not let go and not bring the boy picking them, and I keep them I do. We are laying the foundation for the future success and parity of success for girls. Civic education is now part of our school curriculum and teaches all learners the invaluable role of girls and women in inclusive national development. We can't fix this nation, the nation that we want, if you are not involved in it. So we want to equip you with the necessary tools and the knowledge and skills to be our helpers. Our gender equality and women's empowerment law will significantly increase representation and improve opportunities for girls and women. Girls will now grow up looking forward to a future they choose and a future that they want, not that is dedicated by not one that is dictated by their circumstances. Like the girls, the way they do sciences. Now if you do sciences, you can begin school and finish university, you not pay 1 cent. So the challenge you know now, if you know how many daddy or mommy pay, check the sciences. And we need a lot of science students there. We need medical doctors, we need people that will study chemistry, we need people that will have physicists, we need plenty in the sciences. If you know one pay school fees, just to down the near the pay for you, tell you don't. From pre-primary, tell you don't. That is another challenge to you. Because a wide gap there between we the man then and the woman then. And because we want to close that gap, that make we don't say we they support women then. We they do the sciences. Because primary and secondary is paid for. But if you go FBC or any side inside this country, and in a science they do, we the support you now. We are also thinking ahead to access to higher education and workforce preparation, placement, and development. We want to prepare women who have qualified to be prepared to be accepted in the job market. We believe that we can address gender imbalance and improve women's economic empowerment. Even as we have come so far, we are looking ahead to more possibilities for girl child education. Last month, my government, the United Nations Girls Education Initiative, the International Institute for Education, Planning, UNESCO, and UNICEF in Sierra Leone hosted education leaders from 13 different countries. At the 3 days conference, they discussed gender transformative policies and pondered girls' education in their own countries. These African ministers and education leaders have now drafted what is now called the Freedom Manifesto for Gender Transformative Leadership in and through education, that is now being finalized and will be presented at the June Paris Pre-Summit. That will be a precursor to the United Nations Secretary General's Transforming Education Summit at the United Nations General Assembly in September. Last week, I met with Vicky Ford, the UK's Minister for Education. We discussed critical issues around girls' education, safety, health, reducing maternal and child mortality. This week, during my state visit to Kenya, I discussed with President Kenyatta what it means to unlock the great potential of girls and women through the through the power of education. Keeping them in school by supporting comprehensive menstruation hygiene is a step in that direction. And that is why I am here today, to support you and for you to know that you are not alone. Not the mommy no more, until now I don't give all the credit. The mommy they walk past the par. But myself, I make you say now if I'm not lying, let it go. Now I used to be talk to you, no so. If I talk to you, I go hide plenty secret from me. Not so. So, innovative hotel now, they put the secret, but their iPhone then, the type of iPhone they will, where they make when they go astray. Which one are the best iPhone now? iPhone 13? Now, we're not careful to make the iPhone then. That is what we want to prepare you for. We should not be buying or receiving, these products. When to make when they talk about the sciences, all them phone they own and they see, now codes then they write, they put her inside there, which they call the software. Where they press something they be in there, where you press this, now this will happen. We can do them. You guys are more meticulous, and you can be great scientists. So instead of just being consumers, we want you to be the producers in future, not only of the hardware, but also of the software that goes into those machines. So time they come, iPhone 19 now we they pull on a salon also. And with the leadership of you guys also, now we can for produce iPhone 19. Deal? Thank you. I therefore want to conclude by thanking our development partners sincerely, the First Lady, civil society, community leaders and stakeholders who continue to support this initiative. Let us make every girl child comfortable with her body. Are you comfortable with your bodies?
Yes, sir.
We want you to be comfortable with periods. Are you comfortable with periods now?
Yes, sir.
And we want you to be comfortable with your education. Just now we saw a brilliant Deborah, confident. She can stand anywhere and speak on behalf of Sierra Leone. And there are more of you who can do better than Deborah, as brilliant as she was. And that is what we want you to become. That is my project, to fix Sierra Leone by investing in you, the human beings, the human capital. In this world in which we live, you are not useful without education. That's the fact of life. So for anybody, the way they keck in school, you are doing the wrong thing. Anybody there where they keck? No? Mother dear India picking enough for keck school. Because the world on which we did for enter, we just there about for enter the fourth industrial revolution. The name it look big, but when I for good research, this industrial revolution where they come, this fourth one, we miss Africa, we miss the first one, we miss the second one, we miss the third one. Me, I don't say proper, salon, we know they miss this fourth one. And for me, we not be the leaders of that industrial revolution, the fourth one, we get for make sure say when I get fit for purpose education. What is not fit for purpose? Now that education were useful for that period where they come. And for when I get for go college very soon, when I begin learn the sciences, the courses were necessary for the future. Not just go begin do any kind of course. Greek and Roman culture. You can read that one. You can read that any day in Sabiam. Now for do something, as you come on a college they go. They go take you. They say no, this bank say want you. This institution say want you. United Nations ready for take you. This institution. Now for make sure say you know they just do any kind of course. Because it's easy for do. Then you come out with the certificate, they work at here, they shoot them. You don't know your hand. Now when you bring one, and for use them, for acquire the best keys, so that later on, when you do the right courses, now collect them, they go take you. If you come outside, you know the work at plenty side. the kind way they talk. You see, that one the way they interview now, then they see on her face. The kind way they talk, the confidence with which they talk, the sense way they talk. In the first paragraph, even if not right to write, they don't say this Nagia picking this way for take. I go train enough for become what I want. And it will serve me enterprise. It will serve me organization. So when I forget confidence, now that make you for sabi what you the learn. You not for shame. Book learning, you not get shame. When you don't sabi the book, you not for shame again. Because now that confidence, now they make it before possible. You make it damu. The employee before you don't say something, not to that on yourself you do. But that confidence, you will always get confidence. Make no mistake about that. Now that make we want for the exposure to debate. No, what think them things then where they make you go to up before any crowd and talk as if now you get the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure being with you for lunch this year's Menstrual Hygiene Day. It's always a pleasure, and I will always be with you. This is a journey we have started together, and until you accomplish the task at hand, quality education, I will always be on your side to support, nurture, and give you all that's necessary so that you can succeed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's give the president a very big hand.